In March, Siu Ling was given a monthly allowance of $250. She spent 50% of it on food and transport and 20% of it on books and saved the rest. So in April, the monthly allowance increased. Siu Ling was able to increase her spending on books by 30% and spend another 10% more on food and transport compared to the month of March. She saved the same amount of money for both months. And how much did Siu Ling spend on books in April? Okay, and also by what percentage did the monthly allowance increase? Come, let's look at part A first. So first of all, let's draw a model. So this model will show us the monthly allowance for March, and that would be this amount. It will be $250. So 50% of it, right, is spent on food and transport. Okay, and 20% will be spent on books, and the rest is the saving. Okay, so guys, I want to calculate how much is spent on the food and transport and also the books. Okay, so what we can say is that 100% will be $250. So if you want to find the food and transport, right, food and transport, that would be 50%. Okay, let me just erase this and write properly. 50% will be bottom over top times the side. It gives us $125. So how much did she spend on books? That will be 20%. So 20% will be just 20 over 100 times 250. So she will spend $50 on books in March. So now, can you see that come April, there is an increase in her monthly allowance, and Siu Ling actually spent more on the books by 30% and 10% more on food and transport. But the saving, it remained the same. Okay, so in April, okay, it goes like this. What is the increase that she spent? Increase in the spending on books is increased by 30%, right? 30% of the books, which is $50. Okay, so I want to find out, right, how much more did she spend on her books? So isn't it just 30 over 100 times $50? Okay, so she spent extra $15 on the books. So we can answer part A of the question. Okay, how much did Siu Ling spend on books in April? So it will be the what she spent in March, which is 50, plus $15 increment of what she spent in April. Okay, so that will be $65 in total. Okay, now let's look at part B. Okay, for part B, by what percentage did the monthly allowance increase? As we have to find the total increment. Okay, how much did the monthly allowance increase? Basically, the total increase, right, is due to the increase in the books and also the increase in the food and transport. So increase in the book, we have already found it, right? It is actually just $15. So we need to find what is the increase in the food and transport. So isn't it just 10%? 10% more? So 10% of food and transport, right? It will account for 10 over 100 times 12 times 125. So we will get $12.50. Okay. So total increase, right, in this case, total increase in the allowance, it has to be $15 plus this $12.50. So we have $27.50. So what we can do is that to find the percentage increase, right? We just need to take the increase over the total times 100%. So what is the total? The total is actually the original, which is 250. So we will take $27.50 over 250 times 100%. And I will get 11%. Okay, so we can say that from March to April, right? Siblings' monthly allowance increased from 100% to 111%. So it's an increment of 11%.